Hello troops and welcome back to Herring's Rest for another really professionally well made, well scripted video. Not. Right, today I'm going to show you how to make old triangle coaches run a bit better. Turn them from running like that. As you can see, it's really bad over the points. And that's because of these, the wheels on these things are like pizza cutters. How to make it run from that to run like that. And that's done by replacing the wheels. Alright, I know they're spoked, but I got these wheels to go on some wagons, but because they're Bachmann wheels, they didn't fit in my Hornby wagons, so I had them kicking about spare. And I thought, right, I'll find a use for them. And I remembered I had these old triangle coaches kicking about. And I thought, right, okay, we'll do that. Right, folks, back in a minute. Right, troops, what you do is you go into Peter's Spares, hang on, and you get them, these shoulder brass bearings. You get 40 in a pack, and they're only a couple of quid. I'll show you that brass bearing now. This is it here. As you can see, it's got a little shoulder on the top of it. And then when you're on Peter's Spares, you order a bag of these, the plain brass bearings. And I'll show you that. Which is there. Which doesn't have the shoulder on it. Okay. And now on these old triangle coaches, where the metal runs right through the bogie, you'll find that one side, one wheel is actually attached to the axle, which is, on this one it's this one, and then on that one it'll be that one there. And what you do is, you drive this out, alright, and what I used initially was a nail with a head cut off it, and then after that I used the axle, the one that I drove off. So you just chop that out, you knock it down that way, because this is the one that's connected to the axle. And you do that, it only takes a couple of knocks and it drops out pretty easily. If you do it the other way, you can risk damaging the bogie. Alright guys? Then after that, what you do is you put the shoulder bearing in here. Right? And then you take your wheel and you put it on the other side. And you put it in so it's just sitting like that. Alright? So it's free to move up and down. And then you take your plain bearing and you just drop it into the bogie, and then apply a little bit of super glue. And that's it. You can paint them after, or you can fill them with like modelling putty. I'll probably just end up painting these ones black. And that should give you a good running coach. I'll show you these spinning. That one's not so great, but that one's going good. Alright, and if you compare that with the originals, and it makes some difference, by the way. Also done the same thing with this old triangle wagon. Now, because that's got a cast frame, if you like, what you've got to do is once you've driven the wheels out, You put a plain bearing on either side. You just drop the wheels in. Just put the wheels in this side. A plain bearing in there and a plain bearing in there. Same that end. Alright. Here's the two coaches with that wagon running round the track now. Absolutely superbly. Really smooth. And that's an old Lima warship that's pulling them. Now, I know they're not the most detailed the coaches are, whatever, but when you're considering the price of a new coach at what, 50, 60 quid, I got these years ago at a jumble sale. Ask your parents. I think I paid what, 3 quid or something for 3 of them. Alright, that one's got a bit of paint on the roof, but I'm going to paint that up anyway. I'll need weather down. I've still got some more work to do to them. But as I say, they're running round now, they're not sitting in a box anymore. I think they're looking quite good. I'm quite pleased with that. I also changed the wheels in this Royal Mail wagon coach thing, which again's an old triangle job, which I believe is based on a European design. It never actually ran in Britain, but it's my railway and I don't care. So off it goes. The other thing I'm going to do to these is take this coupling off. I do that by grinding this brass piece out and gluing in these 3D printed NEM pockets. Now you can get these on eBay, they're pennies really, there's a couple of pounds, you get a whole pile of them. So I've used quite a few already, you know, so. But I'll maybe do that during the weekend and I'll show you the finished results at some point. Alright guys. Right guys, I'm going to show you what I'm interested in for the new Hornby catalogue, the new releases. First one is this, the B17, which is in the railroad range. It's an 8-pin socket, DCC ready. Well, it looks alright. So I'm interested in getting one of those, maybe. The Pathfinder, this one here, which is in the railroad range, that's what I was running up the stair on the layout a couple of minutes ago. Mine's a Lima. It cost me, I think it was £30 or 30 odd pounds. This one will be a lot dearer and it's exactly the same moulding, just a different motor that's in it. But it's exactly the same model. So if you're looking for a warship and you're wanting Pathfinder, I would recommend you go for Lima. Save yourself a few bob. Alright. What else am I interested in the Hornby catalogue? Well, there's this, the new British Railways M7. I think that looks quite good. And there's this, the H-Class, which also looks quite good. I really quite fancy one of these, the T9. That's quite a smart looking wee locomotive. It's got kind of the unusual 8-wheel tender, which is obviously because it's southern region. That's quite smart. There's also this, the J36. The British Railways green. Little 06 tender engine. Which I think it looks quite smart. If it comes with all that detail in the cab and that should be quite something. Whoa. There we go. But apart from that, there's not a lot in the catalogue that really appeals to me. Right, troops, as I say, I haven't got that much done this month, or this week. Apart from doing these coaches. Other than that, I've done absolutely nothing. I did look at, I usually take the day off work to watch the Hornby release. But this year I decided no, because last year was really disappointing. This year I say there's 3 or 4 locomotives that I would quite like. I'm glad that they've expanded the railroad range a bit. You know, the prices have crept up a bit, but they're still, I think they're still good value. As I say, I'm running this Old Lima warship round, which is Pathfinder, I believe. So it's the same tooling, it's the same body work, same bogies, just a slightly different motor. Now, I'm considering doing videos on the different makes or different manufacturers of locomotives that I've got, and do them in stages, you know, like Bachmann diesel, Bachmann steam, Hornby diesel, Hornby steam. If you would quite like that, put it in the comments, you know. And at some point this weekend I'm going to try and make the box up for this bit below the bridge, for the river and the rocks and all that kind of nonsense. If I get time I'll do that, and I'll make a video about that. As usual guys, I'd like to thank all my subscribers. I'd like to thank everybody that comments. I've got 87 subscribers now, and I'm contemplating and thinking about doing a giveaway for the 100th when I get the 100 subscribers. Possibly a locomotive. If I do that, it'll be something from the railroad range. It won't be a sort of top flight, highly detailed, super expensive model, you know. But aye, tell your friends, get them to share, get them to subscribe, get them to comment. The more the merrier. Alright troops, I'll leave you with some running shots, and I'll see you all in the next one. Right troops, bye.